Hello everyone. In this session, I would like to discuss about in Java, what is Java bean class, what is POJO class, and what is POJI, how it is look like. And the next one is like bean class or component class. Just I want to discuss like how these classes are looks like in Java. Let's start with the Java bean. How my Java bean class looks like means it's a simple normal Java class by following some standards. What that standards means, the first one, my class should be public. The class should be public. The next one is it should be, it like not should, recommended I can say, recommended to implement a serializable interface. Recommended implement from java.io.serializable interface. Serializable interface. The next thing is all variables must be taken like a private and non-static. All variables are private and non-static. The next one, every bean property, we can say like these are like variables, right? Okay, these variables we can say like properties. Okay, every variable should have one public setter method and one public getter method. Every variable should have one public setter and getter method. If any class follow below these standards, that class we can say like a Java bean class. Now, why we go for this Java bean class? It's a very simple thing. It is always used as a helper class to pass multiple values as a single object from one class to another class, that may be inside the project, within the same project, or different project. Okay, different project, if you want to pass, we are using like this serializable interface. Through network we can pass to another project or whatever it is. Within the same project we can pass the data, we can transfer data from one class to another class, or we can pass the data from one class to another class, like different projects also. Okay, let's take like one simple example. For example, I have one student class is there, my class student. Okay, you can implement from serializable interface. The next one, you can take one variable. Just you can take like private int roll number. The next one is like private string name. Okay, these are the variables. Variable should be private. Now you can write like setter methods. Okay, how we can public set roll number. Here you can write like int roll number. Okay, just you can set the data. Okay, how we can set it? Just here you can set it. My this dot roll number equals to roll number like this. Okay, same like this. You can set for name also. Next one is like a getter also. How we can public string. Here you can write like get roll number. Here there is no data, nothing. Okay, here my return type is like void. Okay, we not written anything. Here you can return this dot roll number like this. This is the way we can write the setters and getters inside this class. How many variables are there? For each and every variables you have to add it. This is the way my Java bean class looks like. The next one is like POJO class. What is this POJO class? POJO class stands for plain old Java object. The next one is like a POJO. It stands for plain old Java object. Old Java object. The next one, it is like a ordinary Java class. It's a normal Java class only. Okay, which is compiled by using JDK libraries. Which is compiled by using normal JDK libraries. That means how you create your Java class, how you can compile and run. Same like that. Okay, without any dependencies, using JDK libraries only, it has to compile. Okay, it's a normal Java class, ordinary Java class, which compiled only using JDK libraries. The next one is like this class, this POJO class maybe extends from any class, maybe implements from any interface, maybe implements from any interface. But here, one thing you have to keep in mind. Okay, the extended class or interface should not belongs to any technology or framework APIs. We can extend any Java class, okay, or Java interface. Okay, implements from any Java interface. But that Java class, that class and interface should not come from any technology or interface APIs. Come from any technology or framework interfaces, framework or APIs, you can say. Now, so this you can create one simple Java class test. It's a normal JavaScript Java class. Okay, you can say like it's a POJO class. I have one more class is there. I have one more class. My class demo, which is extends from test class. Test class. No problem at all. It's not okay. This my POJO class can extend from any other class, which should not coming from any technology or framework API. Okay, it's like my own class only or not. It's also POJO class, we can say. Okay, it can compile by using JDK or not, by using JDK libraries. Here I can write my class demo, which is extends from thread. Okay, now my thread multi-threading is as part of our normal Java API only or not? Java API only or not? It is not any other technology or any other framework. So that here my demo again, it's like a POJO class. Now my class demo, which is extends from HTTP servlet, for example, HTTP servlet. Now this HTTP servlet, which is coming from my servlet API or not? It is coming from servlet API or not? So the servlet API is a technology or not? So it is not like a POJO class. Now you got some idea which class is like a POJO class. It's a simple normal ordinary Java class which should compile and run with only JDK libraries. Okay, done. The next one, POJI. This is plain old Java object. Okay, the next one is like plain old Java interface, you can say. Plain old Java interface. Okay, here also there is no difference. Okay, it's like a normal Java interface. It's like normal Java interface, which can extend, okay, which can implements, okay, implemented by any other Java classes, which can be extends from any other interfaces. Okay, here this is the interface, which can be extends from any other interfaces, and this should be compiled by using JDK libraries only. By using JDK libraries only. Here also, by using JDK. The interface that is not extends from here. Okay, this interface which should not extends from any technology or framework API interfaces. It should not extends from. Okay, see this here. This is extends from any Java interface. It extends from any Java interface, but this particular interface should not come from any technology or framework APIs. Any technology or framework APIs, you can say. Okay, now you can take one example. Okay, say this is very simple thing. POJI stands for plain old Java interface. It's like ordinary Java interface which can be compiled and run by using JDK libraries only. My interface extends from any other interface, but from where it is extended, that should not coming from any technology or framework APIs. So you can take one simple interface. Yeah, this is my interface. Okay, it's a POJI interface which is extends from the another interface, java.lang. Okay, anything clonable. Okay, this clonable interface coming from our Java language API only or not? Java language API only or not? Now, if you take like this interface test, sorry, copy it and paste here, which is extends from some other interface like this, java.rmi.remote. Okay, this interface is coming from where? Okay, RMI technology API or not, so that it's not a POJI interface. And this is coming from Java library, so that it's like a POJI. It is coming from another technology, RMI technology or not, so it's not like a POJI. The next one is bean class or component class. The next one is what? Bean class or component class. What is this bean class and what is component class? Both are like, terminology is like different, both are working for same cause. Okay, it's a Java class. It's a normal Java class which contains variables and methods. It's nothing but state and behavior, you can say. State is nothing but a variable and my behavior is like a methods, we can say. Why we go for methods generally? Why we need to write the methods? To write some functionality. That means to handle some business logics or not. So my bean class or component classes we used for what? To handle your business logics or not. Okay, now in your real project, okay, all service classes, different layers are there, right? My controller layer, okay, control classes are there, service classes are there, DAO classes are there or not. Okay, if you take like a service class, okay, which contains what? Okay, business logic or not? If you take like a DAO class, data accessing object, we have the persistent logic or not? persistence logic or not. If you take like a controller class, okay, it's just monitoring from where to where you want me to go, like this monitoring logic or not, monitoring logic or not. Okay, now these all classes has some methods, we are going to write based on our requirement. We are going to write some piece of code or not, some logic we are going to write it or not. These all classes, all service classes, all DAO classes, all control classes, we can say like bean classes. We can say like what? Bean classes or component classes. Okay. Now, if you created one class, that class which is not extends or implemented from technology or framework related API, that class we can say like POJO class. So my service class may be implement, may not be implement, may be extend, may not be extends from technology or framework related APIs. So I can say all my POJO classes are like a component classes. All my POJO classes are like component classes, but all my component classes or bean classes may not be acting like a POJOs. May not be acting like a POJOs. All POJOs you can say like a component classes or bean classes, but all bean or component classes is not like a POJO classes. Okay, for example, best example, you can take a servlet class. Okay, you write some business logic inside the servlet class. My servlet class directly or indirectly is going to extend from HTTP servlet or not. Okay, my HTTP servlet is coming from where? My servlet technology or not, servlet API or not. So in this case, it's not a POJI, but it's like a component class or not. So this is about Java bean class, POJO and POJI bean class or component class. Thanks guys. Thanks for watching.